All right, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, but we're going to talk about it. Um, Food. I guess food is fake. A lot of food is fake now, and I don't even just mean like it's like genetically modified in some way. I mean like the food is actually fake now. I'm really starting to believe that. I don't believe that human is in the mass food system at this time. I don't believe that we're actually eating human at the moment. But I think there will come a time when Soylent Green, if you've ever seen that movie, I think that will actually happen in the future. I feel like humanity will eat meat, human meat in the future. And not because we can't produce enough cattle, not because we can't produce enough chicken, but just because we're so lazy, and it would be much easier to just eat human. It'd be a lot easy. Eat a lot easy. It'd be a lot easier because humans are easier to farm. And I don't feel like that's in the food system yet. But what I do feel like is in the food system is like some type of weird chimera meat product. It's like it's not quite chicken. It's genetically similar to chicken, but it's I don't even know how to describe it. So like the McDonald's chicken nugget would be a good example of this. Or literally any frozen chicken nugget these days. I don't understand how those things are made, but well, I do understand. Supposedly they say they take a chicken which is actually genetically modified to be fatter, to be bigger, to the point where they can't walk, they can't fly. I don't know how many people know this. Chickens can fly, and not very good, but they can fly pretty moderately well. And the vast majority of chicken products on the market right now are from these obese, stressed out, diseased, broken legged looking, ugly chickens. And that's the quality of meat they say that they're feeding. I believe it's worse. I believe that they're not even feeding us, like when you go to McDonald's, there might be chicken in the chicken nuggets, but there's also a lot of other weird alchemically created biomass that isn't exactly one particular animal. So yeah, they're grinding up bones, they're grinding up ligaments, they're grinding up the heart, the gutter, the butt, maybe even some of the feathers of the chicken. They're grinding that all up, and then it comes out like a slurry, like a pink slurry. Okay, but that's not the only thing that's in the chicken nugget. There might be a little human just to get you, you know, get you a taste of what human tastes like. So when human products do come out onto the market, because that's how it'll be. It won't be like some stupid dystopian sci-fi movie where no one knows that we're eating human. No, it's gonna be liberal white women who work at the University of California, Berkeley, and they're gonna create human meal, right? That's what it's gonna be like. It's not gonna be a dystopian sci-fi movie where everyone thinks, like in Soylent Green, where everyone thinks that Soylent Green is soy product because it's green and it says soy in the name. People think that it's Soylent, but Soylent Green, when you find out at the end of the movie, is made from the humans who commit assisted suicide. It's not gonna be that complicated. That's overly complicated. You think that if you think the New World Order is like this overly complicated system of doing things to screw over humanity. It's nothing like that. It's going to be quite simple. It's going to be a researcher is going to tell us, because people love science, and the vast majority of people don't even understand what science is. It's going to be a science guy. It's going to be Bill Nye the Science Guy. And he's going to come onto his CIA bought out program on Netflix or wherever his program's at. And he's going to tell you, hey, did you know that human is actually pretty nutritious for you? And then some liberal white woman at a university, let's pick a Cambridge. It's over in Cambridge. She's going to be like, well, actually, I found out in this historical document that humans actually ate meat before the Dark Ages, and it's going to be all this pseudo history nonsense. And then there's going to be a battle culturally. It's going to be left versus right. We want to eat humans and we don't want to eat humans, but eventually it's just going to be put onto the market and people are going to buy it. Okay, it's not going to be any of this. If it happens in politics, it doesn't matter. Okay, what happens in the free market, at least in terms of this topic, that's what matters. And that's what's going to happen. It's not going to be, you're going to get blindsided one day by a Supreme Court case where the whole nation finds out that human has been in the food system. No. They might be I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying they're not doing it enough, because at the time, there aren't any industrial grade human factories to grind up humans, right? So, but think about it in another way. What is chicken? And what does it mean to eat an animal? Is it morally acceptable to kill a chicken? Okay. I don't know if anybody's ever been around a chicken, but forgive me for saying these are stupid creatures, okay? They're a pain to work around, okay? Because they're just no thought process at all. They think in groupthink, right? They have like a collective, I wouldn't even say a collective unconscious. A flock of chicken has like the same consciousness. They look at the same things. They do the same things. It's just innate in their system. And the way you kill a chicken is important. The way you kill any animal is important, right? Okay, I'm in full agreement with the Muslims, even though I would disagree with vastly everything else that they say, that the way that you kill an animal is important, right? Because they won't eat a certain type of meat that's been killed a certain way if it's not killed and drained in a proper way. And unfortunately, that's what society has forgotten about. This is what Christians have forgotten about, the commandment of God to not eat the blood, right? Which he first states in, was that Genesis 9? I don't remember. Genesis chapter 9, where he tells Noah that the life of the flesh is in the blood. Do not drink the blood. Okay, so if you're eating an animal, right, and you're stabbing it a certain way, right, you're not getting a clean kill, right? Well, what happens to humans when you're stabbing a human, right? You don't kill a human in a clean way, right? Well, that raises their blood pressure, cortisol levels, like all sorts of pharmacological effects in the body, and that results in you tensing up. Your muscles are tensing up in a different way. There's different hormones in your bloodstream now that you're dying, right? So what happens when we're, killing all these chickens in this mass factory line, and it's not exactly a clean kill, right? And the chicken gets all tense. they drain the blood somewhat properly, but again, how do you drain out the hormonal effects that you produced by terrifying the chicken, killing the chicken a certain way? So I would just put forward that the food supply is already tainted, right? It's already tainted with blood. It's already tainted with bad meat, unholy meat, meat that hasn't been sanctified. I think about the forgive me. I think about Assassin's Creed 3, which is a pretty unserious and very historically incorrect game. But I think about that game because a part of killing animals in that game is that every time you shoot an animal with your bow or you kill it with a hatchet, right? Connor will kneel down and do whatever Native American practice he does for sanctifying the meat. I don't know if that involves praying to the ancestors or praying to the spirit animal you just killed. I don't remember how that works in the game, and I don't know anything about Native American theology or spirituality, so I couldn't tell you anything more about that. But I just think that across cultures, people are very thankful for the meat that they receive, and in America, that's completely untrue. Meat is just taken for granted in America, right? I think of cultures across the world, and they have balanced diets, and why they have balanced diets because they don't rely on meat in the same way that Americans do. Americans are disrespectful to animals, to creation. We take for granted, right, that we have factories that can mass produce Dino Nuggies, right? We take it for granted that there's factories that can produce Uncrustables and Lunchables and Jack's Pizza and all these and pizza rolls and Doritos and Mountain Dew. We take that all for granted, right? We don't care. We don't care. We're not thankful for the food. And the people that are thankful for the food are not thankful for the food to the extent that they're thinking about the way that these animals are dying to feed us. So if you already don't care about the way that these animals are dying, right? Because there is a definitive and objective way to kill them humanely. If you already don't care about that, right? You don't already care that your Dino Nuggie is not actually really just chicken breast. So sorry. My throat hurts. Because that's what the packaging says. The packaging says made with 100% chicken breast, right? Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually 100% chicken breast with bone meal, right? Maybe what they mean is that they didn't separate anything from the bone, right? So you just get bone, breast, and then they grind it, and then they're like grinding it. And then what comes out is this beautiful, beautiful Dino Nugget, right? Because you look inside these things and it's not like shredded chicken breast, right? It's ground up chicken product. It's like Spam. It's like battered chicken Spam. That's what your Dino Nugget is. And and Spam doesn't lie about what's inside of it. We all know what's inside of Spam. They're honest about it. Right? It's leftover ingredients from pork, beef, and even sometimes chicken. It's just a meat product. We know what's inside Spam. What's inside your Dino Nugget? I don't know what's inside your Dino Nugget. I don't know what's inside your McDonald's chicken nugget. I don't know. The people serving you the food don't know. The people in the factory who are making it don't know. The people in the corporation, the corporate level, they know. As the Campbell vice executive said, without him knowing it. Without him knowing it. He says on the phone that our food is for poor people. Our food is for poor people. I think he said it's not chicken. It's not real. And he doesn't eat it. He wouldn't feed it to his family. Because and then this parallels well with what virtually every corporate executive does, right? Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, he doesn't let his family use Facebook, right? The OnlyFans creator, he doesn't use OnlyFans. The guy selling you the chicken nugget, he doesn't eat them. And why is that? Because it's meant for poor people. It's like dog food. You're a dog to them. You're going to eat what they put in front of you, and honestly, people are okay with that. Again, because it's this idea of, oh, I can get meat whenever I want. I can eat whenever I want. Food just is. Right? There isn't even a sense of like a real sense of poverty in America because you can go on food stamps and immediately go to the grocery store and buy junk. You can go buy the grain meal cereal product that for some reason has 3 different types of sugar, added B vitamins, all sorts of added nonsense because the grain has been denurtured. It's not normal grain. You don't have to add vitamins to normal grain. It's already nutritious. You don't need to. But you read every cereal box that the EBT woman is using to feed her 6 kids, and what's on the box? It's a bunch of nonsense. There's not a single real thing on it. Right? And then you look at what else are they buying? Grits. And the grits also have a bunch of nonsense in it. Oatmeal, a bunch of nonsense in it. Milk with a bunch of nonsense. Creamers. Frozen foods. Frozen sausage breakfast meals. Frozen pancakes. Frozen meat product number 1. Frozen breakfast sausage. Frozen this, that, and the other. Everything's frozen. Nothing is at the original nutritional value that people were eating in, well, I guess what people are eating currently in foreign countries, right? People outside of the American food system are still eating real food. People 1,000 years ago didn't have these modern health issues that we have in America, right? So that's what's in your food. It's what's in your food. Hatred for the consumer, which is demonic. Bad ingredients that are meant to kill you physically, spiritually, and mentally. And then you also have blood, right? Because the chickens are, even if the chickens are being drained properly, the blood is still on your hands because you're eating terrified chicken meat. Chicken that was terrified to death in Hell World. A chicken that went to hell to feed you. That's what a factory line is. When they hook up the chicken and they slice it. That's Hell World. And then you're a chicken, that's Hell World. You ate a chicken that went to hell. And how do you think that's going to affect you in your life? Imagine the Anunnaki, the aliens come down, right? Which are really just fallen angels, demons, but we can talk about that another time. The aliens come down and they put you in the factory line because they're about to grind you up, right? And they want to taste the tension in your blood. They want to taste the fear in your muscles. That's what we do to chickens. That's what we do to chickens. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I don't know how. It must have been a divine revelation or something that I was able to freestyle this whole video. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.